When trying to find out exactly what the Graviflyer does, it's important sometimes to look back at some of the other inventors who've actually come before you and what they've done. When saying that, I know that the Graviflyer is heavily dependent on the Tesla coil. So what better place to start than Tesla himself? What I actually ended up doing was reproducing Tesla's Colorado Springs experiment. I found out exactly how it works. It ties directly into how the Graviflyer works. I try to explain it on live shows. I tried to explain it in writing and people don't seem to understand it. So I simply did the test. And in the test it 100% proves that you're putting a field into the earth. Now, please understand, this is not to be taken lightly. Past this experiment, I don't know exactly how much more I want to show of that particular experiment. It leads to the wrong direction for so many reasons. However, in figuring out anti-gravity, you have to know this because you have to know what gravity is. I understand exactly what gravity is. I know a lot of people out there say, well, why you leave so many videos on how to build things when you yourself haven't done anything to lift it? Well, are you sure about that? I could tell you right now I know exactly how it works. I can tell you exactly why it works. And it all has to do with what you do to the ground and manipulate it around it. Does it make it anti-gravity? Does it not make it anti-gravity? I don't know. I mean, that's for somebody else to probably tell you. I can tell you that Alexei was right. And it does work. And I have seen it work. The whole thing here is we have to get there one step at a time. I have to show you certain experiments. In order to do that, I have to push the limits of what you actually might know about some of these experiments. That's why tonight I will premiere the Colorado experiment. And you'll start to see in a controlled setting exactly why I'm telling you this now. The ground plays a very big part in how the Graviflyer works. You decide for yourself if it's anti-gravity. However, today I will actually show you the ground as a conductor. That's something that's not to be taken lightly. I've created energy out of the ground. I can light up a light bulb by putting it next to dirt. Not many people can. I understand what Tesla was doing. I understand why he did it. I understand why Alexei did what he did. Where we go from here, I don't know. I may get shut down by the government because I'm showing too much. However, I honestly feel that it's important to get the information out. So I'm going to share it with you. I sincerely hope we don't use it in the wrong way. I hope it's used in the right way. However, in order to get to the answer of the Graviflyer, this must first be done. It must be shown exactly how this works. What you decide of anti-gravity is on you. But this is going to go forward. And this is one more step in creating the Graviflyer. So, that just leaves us with one thing to do. Later on tonight, I'll premiere the episode. I'll put it together. You guys can decide for yourself whether you like it or not. I can tell you right now, when in the dirt, there is no coil. There is nothing in there of anything to hide the truth from you. It is simply the truth and how it works. That could get me in a lot of trouble. And I expect a knock at my door at some point soon. I just hope that you guys start to understand what it is that we're doing here. I know what gravity is because I understand how it works. Because I understand how it works, I can understand how to manipulate it. So, I don't know. Decide for yourself. The video premieres tonight. It's not very long, but it should give you a lot to think about. Then we'll move on to the next step of the Graviflyer. I have testing outside to show, and I could light up my whole front yard at will. I don't know what else to tell you. It really is the final step to getting this thing flying. You could do it inside, but you can't do it inside until you learn how it works outside. So it's an understanding in how to make things work and why they work, because there's pitfalls along the way that'll make it look like it's not going to work, but you have to understand the materials you're dealing with in order to get past them. It doesn't make a lot of sense right now. It will. It'll start to make a ton of sense. So we're going to get to the end of this road on the Graviflyer. I promise you we'll get there. But this comes first. You're going to have to understand a lot more about Tesla. You're going to have to understand a lot more about Tesla coils. You're going to have to really understand what a true capacitor is and what holds capacitance. So with that said, this is my update on the Graviflyer. Hopefully you'll tune in tonight and see the premiere of the video. We're doing Tesla's Colorado experiment, and then 30 minutes after the video, I'm going to go live. I'll answer your questions, and we'll move on from there. I had a lot of people tell me already not to do it. Well, if I'm going to sit at the top of the Friend City tank with the rest of the guys, I got to myself put the experiment out there. I cannot ask others to do what I will not do myself. So, here it is. Tonight's going to be a fun one. I hope you all join me. Thank you very much, and have a great day.